We were introducing Curtis before we had the stream die due to lack of sound. And he was talking about how he obtained lordship.
Right.
Lord Curtis Nielsen.
Yeah, so my name is Lord Curtis True Nielsen II of Sealand. And most people think that I'm memeing or joking when I say that. But I am actually not. I am legitimately a lord of a real live government. So here's my title of nobility right here. Principality of Sealand, Lord Curtis T. Nielsen II. And it is a legitimate thing. Here's a stamp from Sealand, and this is an actual title. I did not fake it. You can see it. The stamp right there is actual, like, I don't know, official, like, stuff, you know? So I legitimately am a Lord of Sealand. I purchased it in 2015 as a meme. The price for memes apparently is £80, United Kingdom. But yeah, so that's how I became a lord.
It threw me off so much. Me and Curtis, the first time that we really got together, we went to McDonald's to have ice cream because that's something I found. McDonald's is incredible, and they have a 67-cent ice cream cone.
God bless.
And we were talking over the meal, and he said that he was a lord. Granted, I didn't believe him. And I was like, so are you a lord from your heritage? Like, have you obtained it? He's like, no. And I'm like, so you were born in America. Were one of your relatives a lord? No.
No.
Well, how does that work then?
And normally it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But there are two countries in the world where you can buy titles of nobility from. They are Scotland and the country of Sealand off the coast of the United Kingdom. And they charge significantly less than Scotland does. So
I'm planning on becoming a Lord of Scotland, but not right now. I'm not willing to pay the coin to do that.
Yeah, you have to have a couple $1,000s for that, unfortunately. But most people, when I tell them that I'm a lord, they say, there's one lord. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm the Lord of Sealand. So there's one, like, the Lord, but I'm just Lord of Sealand.
A lord.
You know? Yeah, I'm a lord. I'm not the lord. So that is correct. But
so we're going to go into.
Wait, you didn't introduce yourself, Jake.
I'm Jake. Yes, just Jake.
And what's your title, prefix, anything?
Mr. Jake.
How'd you come about that?
I became about it by being a male.
Oh,
and now
nice.
I'm over 18,
wow.
So it's no longer Master Jake. Now it's just Mr. Jake. So that's kind of disappointing. But we're going to go into our personality types. I'm going to read off the strengths and weaknesses of Curtis's, and he's going to tell me whether he feels they're accurate.
Wait, there's weaknesses, right?
There are,
right?
though.
Oh, okay.
There are.
My bad.
So Curtis is an ESFP.
Oh, I'm an ENFJ, homie.
That's not.
I'm an ENFJ. I can go over yours if you'd like. You're an ENTP.
No, hold on. You just go ahead and talk. You said
bear with us for a second.
ENFJ?
ENFJ.
Okay, you're the protagonist.
Extrovert, I am. Yes.
Okay.
I'm always the protagonist.
That has a whole other set of strengths and weaknesses. All right, so let's go over the strengths first. It says you're a tolerant person. Would you say that's accurate?
I do. I am a tolerant person. I tolerate everyone. I have all kinds of different friends.
Therefore, I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Are you reliable?
Yes. I am reliable.
It says you're charismatic. Your charm and popularity are qualities protagonists have in spades.
Thank you, Jake. Man, please, stop. You're embarrassing me, Jake. No, continue.
Articulate.
Continue. Articulate? Apparently I'm too articulate.
Yes, I've been in the presence of several people who have commented on your articulate.
I get people, apparently I speak in like a different dialect of English because I speak and people are like, you speak so formal. And people I think I just like them because of how formally I speak, or that like some people have said that because I speak so formally, they thought I was an introvert, which I don't see the connection between the two, but maybe.
What's that saying about me?
No. No, I think that maybe people like they hear me speak formally and they think that makes me standoffish or something. But it just really what it means is that I was a customer service representative for 4 years and I had to speak in, customer service jargon.
You're really annoying people.
Exactly. So I had to be like
nothing like an angry person calling on the phone and telling you why your life is all wrong. It says you're also a natural leader.
I mean, do you think I'm a natural leader?
I think it's possible.
I think it's
It says
possible.
more than seeking authority itself, procrastinators often end up in leadership roles at the request of others, cheered on by the many admirers of their strong personality and positive.
Yeah, what was the actual characteristic again?
Natural
leader.
leaders.
Yeah, I mean, I was president of my high school. I was president of the McMinnville High School Republicans Club back when the Republicans were different. And I just like being in charge because I don't really like people telling me what to do all the time.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
We're going to move into the weak section.
No.
Yes. All right. It says you're overly idealistic.
No. Yeah,
you say that's
sometimes.
true?
Yeah, I would say that's true.
Yeah. How
that's true.
so? Could you
How
give
so?
a-
Yeah. I think, there's a way things should be, and sometimes, people or things will make that impossible or unrealistic, and then I'll be like, but we have to strive to this perfect, thing that's never gonna happen. So yeah, I think that's true. I am over idealistic sometimes.
It says you are too selfish.
No. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. No, am I too selfish? I don't think I'm selfish. Oh wait. Jake. It says too selfless, not selfish. Oh, yes, I am too selfless. That's like it's like a backhanded diss, if that makes sense. Maybe like a front-handed diss, opposite of backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Because it's like this is your weakness. You're too giving, Curtis. I'm too giving.
It says you're
Couple
also too
things.
sensitive.
Too sensitive. I don't really think I'm too sensitive.
Did that hurt?
God, Jake. Gosh,
Yeah.
I'm sensitive.
Yes.
All right, calm down, Moses.
What? Calm down, Moses.
Calm down.
Okay. Yes. Fluctuating self-esteem.
Fluctuating self-esteem. We're getting deep, guys. You're gonna know me
Super
very
deep.
well by
Super
the
deep.
end of this.
Yes.
Fluctuating self-esteem, probably. Yeah, sometimes like if I'm in a good mood, I'm like, I'm king of the world. If I'm in a bad mood, then I'm like, I'm only the Lord of Sealand. The lowly Lord of Sealand.
Only the Lord.
Only.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to get me one of those. Struggles to make the tough decisions.
Okay. Do I struggle to make tough decisions? What I really struggle with is making small decisions. Like if a group of friends will be like, where do we want to eat, guys? I'll be like, I don't know. But like big decisions, I'm usually pretty good at making,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Under pressure, I'm kind of like, I'm hardened under pressure. I'm like, that pressure makes me like ready to go, and then like no pressure is like, I don't care, So yeah. Was that the end of my weaknesses?
That was the end.
Man, that's all my weaknesses.
That is it. There's no more.
Wow, perfect. All right. Thus ends
Some of
my
your weaknesses sound like strengths. It sounded like
I know.
when you're in a job interview, they tell you to take
Yeah.
any weaknesses you have and turn them into strengths. So
Yeah.
for me, it would be like, yeah, I have a weakness.
Yeah.
I'm slower to do jobs than other people because I want it done so
Yeah.
well that it takes me longer to do it. It feels kind of like that.
Yeah. My favorite weakness to give in interviews is I always say, sometimes I commit too much. I give too much of myself. And they're like, oh, okay, wow, that's great. So I hope no future interviewers are watching this because they'll know my tricks. Anyways, let's go on to Mr. Jake, who is an ENTP, stands for extrovert, intuitive, thinker, and perceiving. Let's start with strengths. Strengths, knowledgeable.
Okay, people will say that I'm full of useless facts. People would be right. I don't know why, but for some reason, what I retain is not the useful stuff in life to most people. And the stuff that is useful, I tend to forget really, really
Yeah.
quickly. So,
But
yeah.
on that point, like useless, I mean, like, if I ever have like any question really, like I know Jake is going to have a answer. You
Yeah,
know,
you can
like
ask Google or you can ask me. I mean,
Exactly.
it all works out.
exactly. So there's a lot of times, like just just a while back, I was upgrading my computer, and I was like, Jake, how do you upgrade a computer? And I still don't know how, but Jake did. So my
I
computer's
user
upgraded now.
benchmarked his, and it scored a tree trunk in every category. And now we got it up
For
to
those
sale
of
mode.
you who don't know what that means, basically, my computer was a brick before, and now it's a brick with a
wheels.
screen. Yeah,
Oh.
brick with wheels. Okay, sure.
yeah. So that kind of hits that.
Next one, quick thinkers.
I like to think that I can be a quick thinker. Yeah.
I would like.
I mean, at least when people start going off about me knowing random facts, I can come up with snappy comebacks anyway.
No, I think you're a quick thinker. If you weren't a quick thinker, we probably wouldn't be doing this, because we'd just be like,
yeah.
So, what do you want to talk about, Jake? You know? Oh, what? All right. Anyways, I don't know what that was about. Original. Defined. Let's define that a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and
So,
read that just a bit.
It says, having little attachment to tradition, ENTP personalities are able to discard existing systems and methods and put together disparate ideas, not desperate, disparate ideas from their extensive knowledge base with a little raw creativity to hold them together to formulate bold new ideas.
Yes.
Jake's original.
What's the next
He's
one?
an innovator, you know? That's it. Do you want to give us an example of your innovative, innovation that excites,
Innovation
like
that excites.
Innovation that excites.
Most of my stuff that has been innovative has been on robots to make them run faster. So
I don't know if
not many people would want that story.
Yeah, I don't want that story.
All
but
right.
It sounds fantastic.
Yes.
All right, next one. Excellent brainstormers.
Storming.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I very much enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We were just talking before we started this show, some of the topics we were going to hit up, and we're coming close to the time that we were going to end, but we haven't.
We got to keep going. I mean, we got to keep going.
We're all self-introductions.
We
Then
haven't
we'll hit the next
comments yet. Again, leave your comments so that
we will get to them.
Yeah, we will get to them. All right. I mean, but seriously, we literally came up with the topics for this 10 minutes before we started this lecture.
We mind melted. It was kind of like Spock, like a
yeah.
We just basically
it was like it was a spiritual connection.
Yes,
it was a spiritual connection, man. All right, charismatic. That's one we both got.
Charismatic.
That's really great.
Yes,
that's fantastic. I think you're a charismatic guy. We should run for president, vice president together.
Yeah, pretty much, except we're in different classes, even though it's both our first year.
No, I meant like president.
Oh, yes, in the future.
Yeah,
off in yonder land.
Start small, dream big. Start small.
Exactly. Yes,
but above all,
right now I'm a class representative, so I'm okay with that small level at the moment. All right.
Next, energetic.
Okay, I don't know where people get this. I mean, I run around going, and things of that nature. So if you think that's energetic, like maybe, I mean, I might bounce around rooms and things. I don't know.
So my favorite thing that Jake does is he says everyone's name like a chicken. At least I feel like it sounds.
I did not.
Yeah, because every time he sees me, he goes, Curtis!
Curtis! Yeah, pretty much. That's very. Yeah. Each person has their own sound and their own fluctuation based off of who it is. And so when I see,
it's like a fingerprint.
Yeah, basically, each person should know who I'm referring to by the sound of their greeting. So for Jacob, it's Jake.
An interesting useless fact. Each like wolf or coyote has their own sound that a different member of the pack can address them as. So if they're trying to call a certain dog or wolf or coyote, they will use that sound, and then they'll be able to then communicate with that.
So if I ever join a wolf pack or coyotes, I will be well set.
And your call will be Jack.
Yes.
Jack.
Where are we at?
We are
moving into the weaknesses. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh boy. Not just argumentative, very argumentative.
I would say this is somewhat true. I try to avoid this part. However, if people really want to argue, I'm cool with that. Like I'll argue for a couple hours before I get bored.
I'm always down for a good argument, but I think the difference between enjoying an argument and being very argumentative is like there's an argument and I'll be like passively participating, but I think for you, arguing,
It's like a game.
arguing, yeah, exactly.
fun.
It's a sport.
Yes, it is very much
Yeah.
a sport.
And I'm more of a fair weather fan, and you're more of a professional.
Yes,
Yeah.
truck through it.
Exactly. So next one, insensitive.
I am cut to the heart. However, read the
Okay.
description of
Read
this
the
because it
description.
sounds slightly wrong when you just leave it at that.
You mean you don't want me to leave it out of context?
No.
That's fine.
Context is good. Context is very good.
I don't like context. Anyways, being so rational, ENTPs often misjudge others' feelings and push their debates well past others' tolerance levels. People with this personality type don't really consider emotional points to be valid in such debates either, which magnifies the issue tremendously. That doesn't really sound that bad.
Strongly agree.
When it's
Oh, we got a bunch of sad faces going across the screen. It's true, guys. I'm sorry, but it's true. Which leads right into the next one.
Yeah. This is one where we're opposite. Whereas I am tolerant, this says Jake is intolerant.
Yes,
Are you intolerant?
kind of. This is another one that I've had to work on quite a bit because yes, I can be slightly intolerant here,
Do you want
not out the mouth.
Do you want to give us an example of being slightly?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
No.
All right. So I mean,
Wait, that last one, that was very true.
just
Right here.
Oh yeah,
Right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not skipping it. I was just bringing it to the top of the page. So, can find it difficult to focus. What's that over there?
I mean, the people, anyone who's went to church with me or been around me at all would agree with this statement. They comment about it quite frequently. Jake, you are the most distracted person I have ever met, which is why I have to sit in the front row of class because otherwise I wouldn't get anything out of it. So I have to sit in the front row and not look behind me. Otherwise, I'll be distracted for the rest of the class.
It didn't say this in mine, but I feel like I kind of share that with you. Not maybe that I'm I'm pretty distracted.
Yeah.
I think I saw the live stream where I had held him hostage by his feet and was trying to get him to explain whether he agrees with my personality diagnosis. It took us an hour because I kept talking to other people while he was talking. So lies, all lies, Jake. Nah,
How dare you!
No, he said your personality's all lies.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
No,
Yeah.
you're wrong, Don.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh.
sorry, kid.
Oh,
Dislike practical matters.
yes.
Do I need to read that because that doesn't make sense to
Yeah,
me right
go
off the
ahead.
bat. Okay, it says ENTPs are interested in what could be malleable concepts like ideas and plans that can be adapted and debated. When it comes to hard details and day-to-day execution, where creative flair isn't just unnecessary but actually counterproductive, ENTP personalities lose interest, often with the consequence of their plans never seeing the light of day.
So if we were on the 7 bubble measurement, strongly agree.
Yeah, strongly agree.
So we're moving on to the next segment now. So if you guys have any questions about our personalities, go ahead and throw them in the comments. We'll get to them later.
Or anything.
Yes. So Curtis here has been having a problem. He's been trying to build a wall and have them pay for it. I'm talking about the spiders.
Mm-hmm.
The spider's down on the end of the hall. He's right by the emergency exit that has a gap underneath the door that allows these intruders through.
Yep.
Could you give us some detail into that?
Oh, where do I begin? To give you the short version, basically the first month or so of school, my room was plagued by spiders. Every time I would come in my room, there would be at least one spider. And so I was like, this has got to stop. And so I took a couple precautionary measures. I duct taped the door at the end of the hall, the emergency exit door, shut, because there's a spider-sized gap at the very bottom of the door.
And it doesn't take much to be spider size. Like it's
exactly.
a pinky width.
Yeah. And so I was like, maybe that's why I have a spider problem. And so I duct taped that bad boy right up. And I also took some spider spray and napalmed it, which is my way of saying I, put the poison down. And then I also sprayed under my door, and I haven't really had problems since then. Now, some of you have seen this going around, but my sister, God bless her, she heard about my spider problem, and she actually bought me a cool little thing. So it's a actual spider picker upper, and it works like this. You just there we go. You squeeze this right here, and then it opens to catch a spider. So observe as I get this spider.
It's like magic.
So this was, I think this is really cool. One cool thing about it is the hanger that it came with is actually a command strip, so I can't use it because of the regulation. I hate regulation, but I can hang it from the sprinkler, and it just like I just have it grab the sprinkler, and then it stays up there all day. It's really funny. But
and I feel like this could largely be because of some post-traumatic stress disorder from the mamma jamma of a spider that we had a while back. Could you go into that? It was on Snapchat, but not everyone saw it.
Are you talking about the mother?
The mother loads. Yes.
Oh boy. So it's going to be hard for me to talk about this without getting triggered. So if I just kind of once in a while, just ignore it. But so the worst spider that was in my room was, it was a spider that was like this big. And so I took the wooden pole that's in our closets that's used to hang up clothes, the hangers. And I took it, and I was just going to beat it to death. And so I start beating it, and then like second swing, I hit it. And wolf spiders, interesting fact, wolf spiders have this very interesting thing where they don't build spider webs, but they use their webs to wrap their eggs in kind of a cocoon, and they just keep it kind of inside of them. And so for a period of time, the spiders live like on,
there you go,
on or in that kind of cocoon. And so when I hit that spider the second time, basically that spider was pregnant. And so I hit it, and when that happened, like hundreds and hundreds of baby spiders like poured out of this thing. And for someone like me who suffers from mild to severe arachnophobia, it was a very triggering event for me. So immediately I'm like, what do I do? And so I get a piece of duct tape and I stick it to the end of that wooden pole, and I jab the spider and have it on the end of the duct tape. And I go to bring it to my toilet, and it looks like it's dead. And then when I get to the toilet, it like comes to life and is like, ah! And I'm like, ah! So I like start shaking it off into the toilet. And I get off into the toilet, flush it down the toilet. Mama spider's gone. But we've still got the hundreds and hundreds of spiders crawling around on my floor, So I literally sat there with pieces of duct tape for 30 minutes and picked up thousands of these little spiders until they were all gone. And then after that, I kind of had this moment where I was like, I killed an entire family of spiders.
Yes. You've committed genocide.
It really was. It was arachnocide.
Arachnocide.
Yes. And did I feel bad about it? I felt bad about the concept. I didn't feel bad about doing it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I
get you. So let's talk about a weekend plans. We're heading into a 4-day weekend here at BBC. October recess. It's very exciting. Very exciting. What do you got going on this weekend?
Well, I'm going to Junior Summit because I'm a junior, for those of you that don't know. I don't really know what is going to happen there. I know I took a personality test for it, and where I was labeled the persuader.
Yeah.
So if you ever, I don't know, need something that involves the art of persuasion, I'm your guy, I guess.
Apparently, yeah.
But yeah, so I really don't know what's going to go on there. I'm guessing there's going to be I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna cry. I probably won't cry, but I might laugh.
Yeah.
So that's what I've got going on. So what do you got going on?
Well, for me, my family's coming from Oregon, so they're doing a 10-hour drive right now. So that's probably fun. And your knee is hitting and making the camera vibrate.
Sorry.
However, yeah, they're coming over this way, so I've got the weekend slotted. Nice. All right.
Sorry.
So I got the weekend slotted out for them. So we're probably going to hit up like some Sub-Zero ice cream and the Blaze pizza and some things like that. So we're going to see how that goes. Well, we've gotten close to the half-hour mark when we're supposed to be at 15 minutes.
It's been a blast.
It has been a blast. And we hope that you guys join us next week, and we'll have it a little bit more regimented.
So we do want to answer some of the comments.
Yes, we do want to answer some of the comments. Let's see what we've got
Please.
If you have any last-minute comments,
now is the time.
Now is the time.
For
we're reaching
the
the
3 people watching, now is the time. And seriously, if there are any name suggestions, that's what we really need.
Name suggestions for the show.
Maybe we can call it All Right, Moses, Calm Down. Would that be funny?
Yeah. Sure.
Shout out to Lily.
Yeah, Lily. Mariah asks, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Let's analyze
She
that.
really wants
So
to.
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Well, the problem with that is that in itself, it's a hypothetical question. So
Well,
you're
my
asking,
understanding is a lot of wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
but so a woodchuck, we're saying if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
But what if he can't?
It can't. That's the point.
Yeah,
That's the point. That's why it's if it could chuck wood. Woodchucks in their current state cannot chuck wood. In their fallen state, cannot chuck wood.
Yes.
Just kidding. Woodchucks aren't fallen, but woodchucks cannot chuck wood as they are. So we're saying if they could chuck wood, I would imagine it'd be a pretty small amount
Yes.
because right now they're at 0. So if we're just bringing them to the point of being able to chuck wood, I'm imagining it would just be like 1 wood.
Yes.
That's
yes.
a measurement.
One wood.
One
Okay.
wood.
We're going to go with that scientific answer.
Thank you.
Craig says personality types are fake, so maybe I should check on my astrology.
Well, do we know what Craig's birthday is?
What is Craig's birthday? Craig, are you out there? I don't know.
Craig.
We'll have to look into that and get back to it next
Let's
time.
go to the next question, and I can actually look
And
that up.
we're out of comments or questions
We're out
to
of-
read. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and come back next week, probably around the same time. We might change
Same
it based
bad
off
time,
of,
same bad place, maybe, who knows?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
And maybe a new name.
For those of you who are still watching, even to this last moment, thank you very much for your.
You are the
Yes.
real MVP.
We salute you. Yes.
God bless you.
God bless you, and we'll
God
see you
bless
next week.
America.
Have a good weekend.